Chelsea doing very well in the Champions League. Manchester City doing well in the Champions League. But this is the biggest game in Britain. Liverpool versus Manchester United, the two most successful clubs in England. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much to another preview with, let's go for this and come. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the channel. I appreciate you guys coming on. Have Simon Preston, a Manchester United supporter, and we have the talent speak for itself. Oral Chief, a big Liverpool supporter. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the channel.
I'm good. Good.
Yeah,
Despite Liverpool not being Liverpool this season. Still good.
Yeah, man, Ryan. Thanks again for having me on. It's a pleasure. Really, really big match on the weekend. And as you said it yourself, this is the biggest match in England, the biggest match in the world in club football for decades and decades. So it's a match we always look forward to. When the season list come out, we look forward to this fixture every season. United Liverpool, whether home or away. So we're looking forward to this for a long, long time.
It's still both teams the biggest club in England at this moment.
Yeah. 20 Premier League titles, well, 20 league titles for Manchester United, 19 league titles for Liverpool. That's how high the stakes are whenever these two teams meet. At the moment, there's a bit of disparity, a bit of gap between us, 13 points. In terms of form, Liverpool has been woeful in the latter stage of the season. And Manchester United, on the contrary, now they seem to be finding back their Manchester United stride. Basically holding down second place in the league race, and now with one and a half foot really into the final of the Europa, the Europa Cup. I think if I was I'm a Liverpool fan, and I am not overly confident on this particular trip going to Old Trafford, despite all the history, despite all the backdrop of this massive fixture in the England game, in the English game. Not very confident going to Old Trafford tomorrow.
Definitely, and Jurgen Klopp yet to win at Old Trafford as a Liverpool manager in the English Premier League. He done it in the Europa League. Let us see if he can do it in the Premier League. But it's going to be very difficult. I don't know, for some reason, he win at Stamford Bridge, he win at the Etihad, he win at Arsenal, Tottenham Spurs. He just cannot get the win at Old Trafford. It come under a lot of pressure for Jurgen Klopp to play. But Simon, how are you feeling about this game?
It's always a very compelling fixture because regardless of the form both teams may have in the league, at sometimes form can go out of the window, knowing the intensity of this fixture, because as these players come through the doors of these football clubs, they know the rivalry, they know they have to perform at a high intensity. First tackle, first header, first pass. And those are some styles, some sort of elements that you can expect tomorrow. And United's form at home this season have been topsy-turvy. We've picked it up at home of late, but we haven't beat Liverpool at Old Trafford since 2018. So it has been quite some time. I still think, though, that it will be a challenge to get the victory. That's my opinion. Although we are scoring goals for fun at the minute, I still think that it is going to be a game that could be decided by a goal, or it might just share the points at the end of the day.
Simon, you're just being modest, Simon. If there was ever a perfect time to be playing Liverpool at Old Trafford, it would be right now. I mean, you know the history of the season. We lost our central defensive unit, all three of them out for the season. The team has been discombobulated by the coach having to take our midfielders out of midfield and slotting them into centre half. And I think that has basically led to a total total discombobulation of the entire offensive unit because our MO pressing game has been adversely affected by the situation, by Klopp having to remove first it was Jordan Henderson and then Fabinho out of midfield. So that I think took away probably half of the intensity out of my pressing game. And Liverpool without our pressing game is an ordinary team. It paid me half to say so, but it's an ordinary team without. That is the pressing game and the effectiveness of that pressing game is what has set us apart from the rest of the teams in the world over the past 3 seasons. And I think more than the straight defending, losing Van Dijk and Gomez and Matip, other than the outside of the straight defensive skill set of all those players, it's the ripple effect, the domino effect on the pressing game that I think has affected Liverpool the most. If you look between the surface of how the team clicks, you understand it's not just the sheer defensive deficiencies, but the domino effect of how it has affected our pressing game going forward and the confidence of the top 3.
Definitely, really, injury kind of hurt us this season very bad.
Badly.
We have to take the injury out of it. Jurgen Klopp, I don't know what happened this season. He makes some bad decision, especially him substitution them this season. It just terrible. It's terrible. Seriously, it's terrible. And then up front, we have Salah, Mane, Roberto Firmino. They're not putting the ball in the back of the net. They get so much opportunity. If you look at the game that we play this season, we miss a lot of opportunity. We miss a lot of goal. And when team beat us 1-0 or 2-1, it's very close. Imagine if we were finished our chance. It would be a totally different game. Or
that is the hardest thing for me to explain and fathom and decipher in my brain. As much as I see myself as an authority on the game, and especially on my team, Liverpool, I am yet to come with a satisfactory explanation as to how Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah, maybe not Salah as much, because he still has 20 league goals for the season, but especially Firmino and Mane, the way they have gone from brilliant to ordinary in front of the goal. A lot of people saying it's confidence. I'm not sure, I'm not convinced. It is something that I've not been able to explain to myself. And when I'm unable to explain a football nuance to myself, I get confused. And I'm a little bit confused as to how the disparity between Mane, Firmino last season and Mane, Firmino this season. I think Salah has been Salah, you know. I think Salah has been Salah. Salah has always missed a lot of chances. He gets a lot of chances. He scores some brilliant goals, but he misses some easy goals as well. But I think Salah has done his bit. He's delivered 20 goals for the season. So, but it is the fall. What's the number, Simon? What's the number of Mane's goals this season? I think it's less than 6, you know. And I think Firmino has probably 3 or 4 in number. So it's that I think. And I think no less a person than Pep Guardiola said that. He said as far as he sees, the problem with Liverpool is that the top 3 are not as clinical as they were a season ago. And I think that is our main issue. They say it's confidence. Let us hope that when the big boys come back in a defensive unit, then that confidence will permeate and seep through the entire team, and they start scoring goals next season. But that is it's one of the strange wonders of the game of football, the way these players have fallen off since last season, and it's still a beat me. I'm still a beat me head I try to figure it out.
Oh boy.
We're not like you.
Definitely, man. Listen, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Simon, it's easy for people to say, well, we lost Van Dijk and we lost Gomez. That is why we're not getting the results. But if you watch the games and watch how the games.
Yeah. That's true.
Kind of less. We're a little bit there.
Yeah. But still, hopefully he'll come back. But yeah, it's brilliant
But
points.
it's just that,
yeah.
We're
Go
not
ahead,
getting
yeah.
our offense right. We're not getting our offense right, and it's puzzling.
Very puzzling.
But Simon, do you happy with Ole at this particular time? You think Ole is the man to take Manchester United to
Yeah,
win the
man.
Premier
Still
League,
here,
to win something?
still puzzled. You know.
So, in relation to Ali in particular, I like to give people time. There are still some areas that he has to improve on. Issues that we had last season, and also when he was interim manager, still the issues that he has this season, and that's relation to breaking down the quote unquote smaller teams, the teams in the bottom 10, bottom five of the table. Still a challenge breaking those teams. Ryan gone for a moment, but should be back quite shortly. But it's evidence to see in those big games, the Liverpools, the Chelseas, the Cities. You will see what happened when we do on the counter. We have acres of space to work with, and that is why you see in those bigger games where we don't really lose those big games unless it was one of the Champions League games that we had when we got eliminated. But those big games will really, really lose. So that is why we thrive off the bigger teams. But in the teams in the bottom half of the table, it's still been a struggle. So that's my only criticism of Ole. Can he fix that next season? Is it creativity is the issue? I don't think so. Is it the decision making in the final third? I think it's more along those lines, but we're still having a challenge breaking down teams, especially ones that sit in deep. Ryan, we're not hearing you. I think your audio.
Man United, we
Yeah,
could see
Simon,
time.
I think,
Yeah, go for it, or
yeah. Go ahead.
no, I
Yeah.
was saying to Simon, I think Manchester United fans are being a little bit greedy in terms of what they're expecting from Ole and this team. You know what? What's it? 11 points behind City, who has
13
had
now.
so far, I mean,
Hmm.
13 now, since
Yeah.
yesterday. An
Right.
extraordinary season. And
Hmm.
had it not been for an extraordinary season by Pep Guardiola and Man City, you'd be right here challenging for the title. And I think you know, from where you're coming from, I think to get
Hmm.
here, I think, if I might say so myself, it's your team, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
Ole and Manchester United have done pretty well, if you ask me.
There's progress.
Well,
I agree. There's
not my
progress.
business, but I'm just saying.
Hmm.
And you have
I
real quality
understand.
in that team. You have some of the top players in that team. You have some of the top young players. You have some top veterans. Paul Pogba being at the top of his game. Bruno Fernandes, young Mason Greenwood. I think you have Cavani, still proving to be one of the top strikers in world football. I think you guys are so greedy and rather ungrateful, if I might say so, to be still complaining despite the season you've been having. But as I said, it's not my business. Let's get back to Liverpool business and the game tomorrow.
I don't think, in my opinion, and opponent, I don't think Ole going to be the man to win Manchester United the glory, bring back the glory. I still think he have the player, and I think as a coach, he depend on the player them too much. And when you look at Man United, if you look at some of the game they drop points in when they play in the Champions League, and they have to switch up the team a little bit, like Bruno Fernandes don't play, get a little bit of rest because he play on Wednesday. So when they come on
Weekend,
this
yeah.
weekend, they find it difficult because I don't think Oli using this Manchester United squad
Mm,
more where he's supposed to. It just depends on
mm,
certain player, which that's fine
mm,
because he trusts some of these players. But if you want to compete with the likes of City and Chelsea, he has to use up his squad much better, especially when he play Europa League and he play Champions League. And I think that's the biggest downfall for Manchester United and are only going to social. When they have 3 game and 2 game a week, he cannot come up with a tool because he have to continue switching up the team. You agree with that, Simon?
Yeah, and the evidence is there because you see, especially the Europa League campaign we've been on. After a good performance in Europe, the Thursday, Sunday, we drop points on the weekend, and we go back in Europe. We get a result in Europe. We come back on the weekend, we drop 2 points, or we eke out a 2-1 against Brighton. So yes, we're getting results, as Oral rightfully said. And is it greedy? I can understand the reason for it is. I'm just saying that there may be a little room for improvement. And as it relates to what you say about Ryan, about Ollie, and in terms of his ambitions of title and etc., it really depends on if he's going to be backed in the summer. The club is really, really not in the best of shapes right now. It doesn't appear he's going to be getting the ammunition that he needs. So it really depends on what's going to be happening in the summer, honestly. And if he doesn't get the tools, then it might be just another season of competing for top four.
Yeah, I think Manchester United going to always challenge for the top four. At this moment, I don't think Ole is the man to take Manchester United to the next level. Yes, they can give
But you're
him.
not supposed to be saying that as a Liverpool man still, you know. People like me are you
No,
supposed to be rooting for Ole to sign a 10-year contract.
yeah, we want him to stay. You know. We want him to stay. We want him to stay. You know. We want him to stay more. We want him to
Yeah,
stay.
exactly.
But I'm
Sign a
saying
long-term
Manchester
contract.
United, if they want to go back to winning the Premier League, I don't
Yeah,
think Ole.
fair
He's
enough.
just doing the groundwork for another great manager to come to take Manchester United to the
Mm.
next level. That's
And
that's
Ori,
how I feel about Ole at this moment. Yes, they can give him the tool he need in the summer, but he have Vanderbilt how many game in play? He have Vanderbilt how many game in play and then bought him for 40 million. Yes, it's very difficult to play over Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, but still use him more. Still use him more. They don't use him the more. And that only problem is he cannot use his squad. Or him supposed to use it like a Pep Guardiola. The same problem I have with Jurgen Klopp too. He don't willing to
Here's the
give
problem with
other
that.
player a chance with the team.
Here's the problem with that now. That's an unfair comparison. Because if you look at the squad that Pep Guardiola has assembled, that squad is probably the deepest squad in world football right now. In terms of, yes, man, that man have probably 2.5 11s, my boss. So when Guardiola can go to his squad and put Sergio Aguero on the park, my boss. See, when our coach go to our benches, Oxlade Chamberlain and them him surround there, my boss. These guys are not comparable, and I think to a lesser extent, Manchester United, they don't have the kind of depth that Man City has. So it's not just about coaching, it's about the depth of quality that a Man City has. And even Chelsea. Chelsea has good depth in quality as well. We have to blame our club. I think we need to fill 2 key positions come for next season. Despite getting back, while hoping to get back the people who are injured. I think we need to get a number 9, a specialist goal scorer to stick the ball in the back of the net. And I also think we need a number 10, right? To create more chances when team players in the low block. As to whether, I'm not sure if we need to get another centre half at this point, because I don't think we'll be going to another season and all 3 of our centre halves go down at the same time. And I like how Phillips has emerged as a young centre half. The coach don't seem to have any faith in Davis. But I think we need to fix that offensive part of our game. Get a number 9, a specialist number 9, not Firmino, not the false Firmino to play false 9, but just specialist number 9 to finish off some of these chances. A clinical striker. That's where I think we need to spend our money next season. And a number 10 as well.
But the owner not willing to back Jurgen Klopp. They're going
That's
to
a
say
problem.
they don't have Champions League, so they're going to say they don't have the money. And for
Yeah.
me, they has to give him some whether we in the Champions League. The more money
Or
Manchester
not.
United spend are when they want to go back in the Champions League. So when Man United are already in the Champions League, the stats show you they spend less money. You understand? It's all about the business, and I don't think I really think Klopp haven't been using the squad enough. He should trust the player them. Axel Chamberlain, he don't give him enough time. If they play very
Oxlade
good
Chamberlain
today,
no good, brother. Oxlade Chamberlain no good, man. Right now, me can play ball better than Oxlade Chamberlain. If me
I
get 2
know
weeks
that.
of training, me better than Ox.
All
Ox
right.
no good, man.
Listen, me I have this thing. We're not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing. I agree with you because really and truly, Axe should leave. Navigator should leave. Minamino should leave.
Origi.
Shaqiri should leave. Origi should
Yeah.
leave. Most of
Right.
these overstay their time at Liverpool. But
Absolutely. No, you
I
come.
said
Yeah.
I said it to one of my friends down in the comment section. You know what's going to
Mm-hmm.
be Liverpool biggest downfall and Jurgen Klopp biggest downfall to build back this team to challenge again? He loyal to certain player. Yes, you can
Yeah.
loyal to certain player, but you know when it reach a point of time, you has to know when to ship out the player them like Alice
Yeah.
Ferguson do and continue rebuild the team. Klopp do not do that because he trusts Firmino. I think Firmino still have a part to play in this team, but as not as a Liverpool number 9. He should be a creative man or a number 8 or a number 10. That's my honest opinion still.
I, I agree with you. I agree with you. The transition, this squad, has been playing at a high level for the past 3 seasons, And remember, so we went to back-to-back Champions League final and won the league in that period. And most of these players now are closer to 30. Now, the kind of football that Jurgen Klopp plays, that what I'm called heavy metal, high press, high energy football, the fatigue is going to be a factor outside of quality, which I think the squad itself is thin. But in terms of quality, there is also the issue of fatigue as well. He brought in Diego Jota, looked like a pretty good signing, was on a roll. Still, I don't think he's gotten his foot in. He's an innate goal scorer. He's a natural goal scorer. But in terms of the way he functions in the system, I think he has to get a full season and a full pre-season, and then we see the best of him. But in terms of revamping the squad, I think it's going to be a major challenge for the club under the circumstances with COVID and we lost money and we're not in the Champions League. I am sensing a headache period coming up for Liverpool, brother. Trust me, they're going to test with faith. But we're not switching on Liverpool for life. See, we're not going to switch still. But it's going to be a testy period for us. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely. But Simon, you see Liverpool having a poor season, and you see us complaining a lot. You're just sitting there, skinny teeth, you're in the Champions League semi-final, in the Europa League semi-final. You're going to go to the Champions League, the Europa League final now. So what do you think really go wrong for this Liverpool team this season and the opposite side looking in on this Liverpool team who has been excellent for the last 2.5 years, win every single thing we need to win, and best coach, Salah, Virgil van Dijk. What do you think went wrong for this Liverpool team and someone the outside looking in?
Personally, I think the fatigue was bound to happen. We didn't know when, but it was bound to happen, especially when you see the same 11 or 10 faces that you see week in, week out for the past 2, 3 years. I still think that fatigue was on his way. I was quite surprised even at last season. It's like we're hoping, when is the injury going to come? When is Salah going to break him leg? When is Mane going to complain about his knee? It didn't happen last season, and you had that historic campaign within the Premier League. It's quite strange, though, that because of the players that got injured at the back, that the defense wasn't the issue. You had young Reece Williams, he still had a sturdy job there. Nathaniel did a pretty decent job as well. Matip as well. You kept clean sheets same way. But at the opposite end, I was saying to myself, why nobody not shooting? You're getting the ball in dangerous areas. Why Mane didn't shoot there? Why want to shift up two people? That's so. Why is Firmino not putting the ball in the back of the net? You get the ball quickly up and down into some dangerous areas, and there were opportunities for you, especially at home, in that torrid home form that you had, that you could have been able to get maximum points. So for me, you look at it as a year that you would say like an outlier year. I don't think you would have a season like this again where you get so many time, space, opportunities on the ball and have a lackluster season. It's like a stopgap year. I don't think this is a season that Liverpool will experience again for some time, even with the owners and the antics that they're going on with, especially over in America.
As it relates to the game tomorrow, you see, let me just say one quick thing about my lack of optimism for Liverpool's chances going to Old Trafford tomorrow. You see, if you look at the way Manchester United sets up and how Ole plays this game, he plays two against the better teams. He plays two central midfielders. He normally play Fred, sometimes McTominay, and on other occasions Matip as well, right? In more recent times, Fred and McTominay.
Right.
Now, Liverpool is not the best at breaking down teams that are set up to prevent goal scoring chances. We have the best of Liverpool is when teams coming at us and we can hit them with the pressing game and the counter attacking game. And I think the way Manchester United sets up, Manchester United basically sets up to play counter attacking football there. And that is not going to be the best matchup for Liverpool at Old Trafford tomorrow. If Ole was a little bit more ambitious and a little bit more confident in his squad and say, look here, Liverpool is having a postseason, let's go there and blow them away, then Liverpool would have a better chance in this game. But I think because he tends to set up his team against the bigger teams with a little bit, some people call it too much respect, playing two central mids, I think that is going to be bad news for Liverpool. Because that is what we've been having problem doing, breaking down teams with that first and second block. And so that is why I hope I sleep late tonight. And when I wake up, it's halftime and Liverpool leading 1-0. But I'm not going to put $1 on it.
But yeah, Ryan, Oral is right, Oral is right, because you can bet on your house that it's going to be Fred and McTominay tomorrow. You can bet your house on it, honestly. Definitely. 4-2-3-1. That's exactly what we're going tomorrow. Catch you on the break and make use of the space.
Right.
Definitely. And that's the problem. That's the problem with United too this season. They play very good against a bigger team. But when they're supposed to break down team, they have it really difficult to break down team. And that's one of the things United have to fix come next season if they really want to win the Premier League. I remember, it's only 6 big teams in the English Premier League. You're going to play most of the small teams. So you have to learn how to break down team. But on my thought on the game tomorrow, I think we're really in serious trouble, especially United. They're not going to change them game plan. They're going to put us on the counter like the last game in the FA Cup where they defeat us, where I don't know why Jurgen Klopp continue. You don't have Virgil van Dijk. You don't have Joe Gomez. Why you continue playing this eye line? Matip is injury prone. Cannot even play a full season at Liverpool. Same thing, Lovren in and out before he did it. We should at least get a centre back from a long time because Joe Gomez never play a full season. Nobody know that Virgil van Dijk going to injure. No one know that. But what we say, they should prepare for that because we sell Lovren and we didn't replace him in the summer. That's the first biggest mistake we make. But we're not going to stray up and want to more focus on the game. Whether you're going to play not Philip or Fabinho, that's the next thing. Because playing Fabinho at centre back is joke thing. Why Klopp takes so long to see Fabinho should play in the midfield? Play your two natural centre back. Why you continue playing? Play out of them position. Just do the right thing, Klopp. You see, this season Fabinho play almost 5 or 6 games this season in the midfield, and most of the game they will win in midfield.
Those are the better games to play.
Stop play around in the Champions League. Stop play around, and that's the thing. Stop the eye-line Jurgen Klopp. You need to stop cut out this. You don't have the player to play that eye-line. You understand? Next thing, we miss Jordan Henderson out of the midfield. Impact player. We don't have no leader. We have James Milner. Why Milner still continue playing this team? Because Klopp trusts him. He's a leader. Axel Chamberlain. This is the thing. Liverpool has been shot by squad depth for the last 2.5 years. It's just unfortunate and lucky. We lucky player didn't get injured. And see, it come this season. And we could deal with it. And the thing just collapsed. But
I want to mention another player. And whenever I mention this player name, Liverpool fans war with me now. Why not?
Oh God.
I think Simon, you know my thoughts on why. I think he's he's been a major part of our problem this season. And Jurgen Klopp has so much faith in this player. He wants to stop him from going to Barcelona. I think we should have learned to go to Barcelona if he wants to go to Barcelona. Because if you look at Wijnaldum's game, he's good at tracking back and pressuring the ball when we're defending. But in terms of our transition pressing game, Wijnaldum slows down the press too much. And I am flabbergasted watching the game from Kingston, Jamaica, that those people and the coaching staff and Jurgen Klopp cannot recognize how detrimental that is to Liverpool's entire philosophy. Wijnaldum, when he picks up that ball, sometimes he picks it up and you see him just one dart to the edge of the box and then just stop and turn it back in the center. Him slow down the press too much. I mean, he's been a loyal servant, He's been a loyal, faithful servant. But I just think in a team that has lost some key personnel, like Jordan Henderson out of the middle of that park, when you're handing over that leadership, you mentioned leadership a while ago, Ryan. When you're handing over the leadership mantle in the middle of that park to Wijnaldum, I think that is where Liverpool dead and buried this season with us. All he does, he slows down our pressing game. And sometimes I watch Liverpool in recent times, it's not the team me are watching, it's Wijnaldum me are watching. Just to assess his game. See, when he picks up the ball, he picks it up and him telegraph and him stop and then him pass it back. Sometimes you see him charge forward, him stop and then him pass it back. And I read a stat one day. I forget that there's a particular name. It's a particular index that calculates forward passing percentage. And I might be using the wrong term. But Wijnaldum has no surprise. He has the lowest rank in that stat because most of his passes are lateral or in pass them back. And I think he's been a big part, along with the missing Jordan Henderson out of the park and Fabinho having to play centre half. Wijnaldum being the leader in the middle of that park. Wijnaldum and Thiago should not play at the same time in the Liverpool team. Because Thiago is like an upgraded version of Wijnaldum. And he makes more forward passes. So that player, loyal servant, but we should say thanks to him and send him on his way now when we're rebuilding the team.
This is the same thing I'm telling you about oral club of faith in someone and I'm going to die with someone.
Yeah.
Genie has been doing him time. This season,
Genie and Firmino.
Why club, when a player want to go, why you continue to give him the captain out? Why you continue
encouraging him to stay?
Make him go. We understand he want more money because when you look at how much money he has been getting, it's joking.
Yeah.
There has been disrespecting Genie because Lovren get a contract, him get over 100k a week. Same thing, Lallana over 100k a week. So why haven't give Genie that same amount of money? What he need, he has been servants. Very good, score some big important goal for us in the Champions League, and he was the player that bring back us in the Champions League a couple years ago with that goal against Middlesbrough. So he is a very important player to this team, but it's just time to leave. It's just time to go. The team outgrow Genie. This is why we bring in Thiago to have a better update on him because Thiago can pass the ball. He can do much better thing than
Upgrade to Genie,
yeah, but it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is.
You have to hope for Ryan. You have to hope for going into the game tomorrow. We have to hope that the fact that this is Liverpool versus Manchester United, right? That the disparity and the difference between the two teams in terms of quality and form, right, and confidence right now. We hope that the Liverpool players approach this like a war, so that those little the differences in the quality and the form of the team will be less influential on the result. I hope so we just go war them and take away the 3 points from them. Combative and tenacious and win every 50-50 ball. Because it's so we have to get something out of this game, Because if you go by the form book and the quality of the players man for man, we don't have a chance. We have to go out and play like Manchester United are our enemies, and like we're playing them to stop them from winning them 21st league title and keep them closer to us so that we can get that 20 and get back that 21 and go back on the top of our perch. Is them something up in our head tomorrow? Otherwise, we're dead like that. Just real thing.
Yeah, for true. We have to go there for fight. We have to go there and war. That's all.
Well, absolutely.
United. We cannot go there with our structure like we girl. That's the same thing club did the year before when City beat us on 1 point. Man United make change in the first half, injured. And club still not going for the dagger. He's still not going for the cheap points. But Simon, how do you think Man United going to line up for this game?
I think we're going to keep Dean Henderson in goal. He's replaced David De Gea, number one in terms of the Premier League. Back four, Luke Shaw, left back, right back, Wan-Bissaka. Central defense, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof. In front of them, Fred and McTominay. In front of those two, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. And up top, Edinson Cavani. 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, however you'd like to call it. Industrious, Fred and McTominay, they have to be breaking out the plays and recycling possession. They, as usual, play the big important roles in these massive games, so they're going to have to be on point. If not, then space will be there to be exploited. So these guys really have to be on point. We're coming off a high, of course, off that victory on Thursday. So it's about, did we get the proper recovery in time, and do we have everybody on point and focused and driven for tomorrow? It needs no introduction. You don't have to tell nobody about the United Liverpool rivalry. So they should know in their heads that you have to be at 100% intensity. So 4-2-3-1, unchanged 11 from the match on Thursday.
Definitely. So I'm coming to you now. Before I come to you, I'm going to give you my thought on how I think club will line up. First and foremost, he will go with Alice Becker in goal. Not Philip is a possibility he will feature in this game. You were back in training after hamstring. I think has to play him in this game. So, will club continue to use Fabinho at centre back? If he do that come Sunday, that's going to be our biggest downfall, us not getting 3 points from this game. He should play not Philip and Kabak at centre back. Fabinho protecting that back four, sit in front of that. Trent at right back. We need an excellent game. We need passion. We need fight from Trent. When it come on to these big game, he have that look steel in him because he's a local lad. He know what this game all about. Sorry, Jordan Henderson not in this team too. Tell the player them how much this game mean for the Liverpool supporter across the world. So that's the back five. Robertson, the Scotchman at right back. So in the midfield, I don't want to see Genie in my midfield. I don't want to see Genie. I want to see Fabinho. I
Curtis
want to
Jones.
see Thiago Alcantara, and I want to see Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, I am so proud of this guy. And he's a local guy too. So eventually you're going to have two local players from Liverpool starting in this game. If Jurgen Klopp go with Curtis Jones, I think he should, because they're going to play this game and they know what it means to play in this type of big game. And up front, I'm going with Jota.
Oh,
No, I'm going with Roberto Firmino. I'm going with Jota. And I'm going with Salah. I'm benching Sadio Mane. I'm not impressed with Sadio Mane this season. I don't know, man. I don't know what to Sadio Mane. And I remember when this Chilean, what's his name again? You just play for Arsenal, man, and him come and play for United. Sanchez.
Alexis.
The same old Sanchez play, Sadio Mane play. They play with a lot of pace with their skill. And Sadio Mane look like him lost a little bit of him pace. He cannot even beat him play. Whether that come down to fit, he tired because he play over 50 at game every season, both for club and country, travel all over the world. So Sadio Mane, he has to sit on the bench. He has to prove me wrong. I want to see Diego Jota up front. And we have to play Firmino in this team because whenever we play Salah, Mane, and Jota, the three of them do the same thing. No one want to set up the other player. You have to have that cool head. Roberto Firmino is that man who going to set up the play and stuff. So, yeah, that's my starting line. Would you go with, Ora?
All right, I have a few changes from what you say. All right, I agree with the back four though. I don't want to see Fabinho at centre half. If Phillips is fit, he plays with what's his name, Kabak, right?
Kabak.
And of course the two wing backs, right? Now in midfield now, Fabinho, right there in CDM, and then now here I going part ways with you now. I want Thiago and James Milner in midfield. Right? So I don't want to see Genie and I not going to play. I not going to start Curtis Jones. Right? Another change again. I am not starting Jota. I will start the usual suspects up top, and Jota comes into the game a little earlier than usual because he seems to have much more success coming off of that bench. But instead of giving him 20 minutes, I want to give him about 40 minutes. So early, in fact, I would have probably, so it depends on how the game is going, I would have probably put him on half time. Give him that 45 minutes to go at them. Reason for not starting him. I've seen him start a couple of games and he just seems not to be. All right, let me put it this way. I don't think he understands and fits into the system as well as Firmino does. He's a better goal scorer, better form, but in terms of the system, the way Firmino jumps into that false nine pocket and kind of pilots the transition of the team from defense into attack. I think Firmino fits the team better there. But he's woefully out of goal scoring form. But in terms of having the team flow, I would have started the usual top three. Salah on the left, Firmino false nine, and Mane. Salah on the right, sorry. And you know the setup. Mane on the left and Firmino playing through the false nine. But I want James Milner, Thiago, and Fabinho in my midfield. To add a little, you're playing against Manchester United. It's a war game. I want the warrior. I want James Milner as the warrior in that game. Trying to push Thiago a little bit higher up the park to link a little bit more with the top three with his, because he has some level of creativity about him. But that is how I would have set up. And then, as I said, Diego Jota change would be a compulsory change early in the second half.
Yeah, I have to agree with you 100%. That makes sense. You have to have someone in the midfield where know to get the job done, and you get that from James Milner. They have the experience. He's going to be the captain because it's not going to be Genie. No Genie.
Right. I can bet you with Ryan. I can bet you a clap. Let's start Genie and give Genie the armband, you know. So when me and you talk, is not we clap a thing, you know, my boss. That's
true. But your starting lineup, if I were the coach, although I give my starting lineup, I more agree with your starting lineup because I think that's a good starting lineup. And the player we have on the bench, like a Jota and a Curtis Jones, they can come and change things if we need to change them in the second half. So I totally agree with you. And I think Klopp will go with that front three because they never let him down. We could say this season they let him down big time, but he's still going to try with them. That's Jurgen Klopp. That's film philosophy. That's him as in person, as a human being. You know, he's a very loyal person, and he's going to have that. But if he want to win a lot of trophy like Pep Guardiola, man, he has to have that look of fire in him, know when to level off the player and move on the player and stuff. So that's my take on James Milner inside the midfield. But it's going to be a really, really tough game, and I want to see Liverpool come out on top. Whether they're not playing good this season, because this is a big game. Man United, who don't want to see them beat Manchester United?
If we beat Manchester United, City will be champions tomorrow, you know.
That's correct.
So that should be added incentive. Mathematically, City would win the title if we beat Manchester United tomorrow. So that's added incentive. No, sorry, go ahead.
Simon, where do you think the game going to win?
I think it's
up front, because when you look at this Manchester United team in the aura, we has been playing a look of blind eye on the show and this United team, because when you look at Cavani, we have a weak back line. He have the experience. He scored over 400 odd goal in Europe, and we cannot underestimate the movement inside the box, the clinical. He just need the one or two touch for put the ball in the back of the net. He don't need a lot of touch like Salah. You know what I mean? And when you look at Rashford, he's very quick. He's very tricky. He always score against Liverpool. Pogba, he want to show Manchester United fans he belong.
Youngster
Play for
Greenwood.
Manchester United. Greenwood.
Youngster Greenwood
So
look more like a Liverpool player than a Manchester United player, but outstanding young player, Greenwood.
yeah, he's a good player. So Simon,
He's a good player.
relaxing. So where do you think the game going to win? Because you have a lot of firepower coming to this game.
Let me tell you, if Liverpool can by some miraculous happening occurrence, have a higher rate of converting chances created, that is where I think Liverpool will win the game. If we continue with the high percentage of wasting chances, then we're going to lose the game. Very simply put. Because if you're following the trend of the team, that's been the problem of the team. If we can somehow convert a couple more of our gilt-edged chances and a couple of the half chances, then we're going to have a chance to win the game. If by some miracle that happens, we're good. If the trend continues and we waste chances or not create enough chances, because I don't think my backline can stop this Manchester United front 4 or 5 from score. So I think we have to take our chances when we get it. Otherwise, we're in trouble. And what I like to watch, what I like to use and gauge how my team playing is the level of tenacity and how aggressive they come out. If you see them come out and lose the first 2, 3, 50-50 balls, you can go around up CNN or turn on Netflix, my boy, because you understand me? That means the attitude not right. So I like watch the first 10-15 minutes of a game and see how the attitude of the team is. If them come out aggressive and look motivated and tenacious and a tackle and then you know we have a chance. If not, Netflix.
Definitely. But
yeah.
I know Salah score a lot of goals. I'm come to you, Simon, but just a little bit, Simon. I hope you understand, my brother.
Yeah, man.
We know Salah scored 29 goals this season, but he scored a lot, but he missed a lot. And I tell people this all the time. Look at it. If Salah scored the first goal against Manchester United, Liverpool leading by 1 goal to nil. Salah after that he get 2 more chances. He missed. Man United arrived back in the game and scored 2. And they win the game 2-1. That always come on Liverpool, affect Liverpool. Yes, Salah still scored the first goal. A lot of people going to say, what about Mane? What about Roberto Firmino? They're not doing their job. But remember, yes, Salah scored 1 goal, but he get 2 other chances to kill off the game. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, man, go back. You're coming right back to the conversion rate, you know. How much are the chances that we create, we convert, and how much are the half chances we take? That's been our problem. But the other thing with Salah now, I don't think Salah is any different this season than he's been for his entire Liverpool career. I think he's always been what you call a wasteful player. And sometimes, as a man who used to play like a centre forward myself, you want your forward to be getting chances, you know. It's like how Firmino play how many games and he don't get a look at goal. That is a bigger problem than Salah. Getting 3 and 4 looks and scoring 1. See, so as we say, you notice we kind of measure my criticism of Salah. Because I don't think Salah is playing any differently than he's played for the rest of for his Liverpool career. He will miss goal. It's a given that Salah will miss goal. Trust me. It's just the nature of Salah. And if sometimes he miss the easier goals and convert the harder chances. But you're right. You're quite right. But probably not specifically about Salah. I think the concern is with the other players like Mane, who seems to have lost all confidence, and Firmino likewise. The bigger concern, I hope Salah get 3 chances tomorrow, right? Or 4 chances and score a mutual 1, you know. If he does that, we'll be in the game. Now, the big question is, will Mane be able to convert at least 1 or 2 of the half chances that he will get? Likewise, Firmino. That's the way it is. Not with Salah. Salah will be Salah. And he has been Salah all season. Right? I think he's now like, where is he? I think he's at 20 Premier League goals, you know. He's hit the 20 mark.
Yeah,
and
he probably get 35 goals in our competition.
Yeah, but
29 now. So
but it's Salah that. It's Salah that. And we can live with that. Because he will score.
I can't live with it, man. Frustrating.
What you want to score all that?
No, because if he just put away these chances, the game would have done and dusted, especially this season. His ways full, bro. I'm telling you, man. Solomon,
the bigger problem is the bigger problem is the other players not scoring. And we're not getting no goals from midfield either. We're not getting no goals from midfield either. That's our problem there. No? If one of your players giving you 20, see, and this is not your number 9, you know. This is not a centre forward, you know. It's one of your winger them, you know. When you're inverted, winger give you 20 goals for the season, you know. Then my God, you can't kill him too much. You understand me? Is the other elements of the team supposed to chip in and earn for them money? You understand me? So I just hope Salah gets his and converts his tomorrow. But the bigger hope is that somebody else on that park step up and convert one that we never bargained for. That's the hope tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like how we cost Genie right now today. It's like how we cost Genie today. I bet your Genie busting it tomorrow. Watch us. When I'm hoping.
Why?
So, Simon Preston, where do you think Man United going to win this game?
If it will be the midfield, because Fred and McTominay again are those pivotal. Whether it's the Tottenham victory away on the road, getting results against the big teams, Fred and McTominay have been so pivotal to us. They've rarely let us down in those big games. A bad pass here and there, but they've generally tackled well. Sometimes take one for the team in terms of getting a yellow card, but they've often delivered. So if we're going to, get the results against Liverpool and get the 3 points, win it back and then send it to the front four to get Liverpool on the break. That's where I feel if there's going to be a chance to win it, or maybe even Harry Maguire at the back and Victor Lindelof to win back possession quickly and send them out. The Rashford to run fast and the Cavani's, etc., so that we can set Liverpool free. Because once we do get you on the counter, opportunities will be there. There will be opportunities.
Definitely. And this is the final piece before we wrap up. I have 2 questions. Oral, if you have to take 5 Manchester United players to come and play, tell me the
Liverpool? That never.
Manchester United.
That will never.
Ryan, you forget him on the show too,
You come on the show too? Yeah, that will never happen. But since you say if is a hypothetical. Yeah. Manchester United player. Mason Greenwood are the first one. Simon can tell us I rate him highly. Good young player. Mason Greenwood.
What position he play? What's his best position?
Well, he plays all over that front line for Manchester United. Yeah. I think he's better as an inverted right winger. You think, Simon? Where we can cut in and kick with him left.
With his left, right. That's where he started in the academy. So naturally they're trying to push him as a number 9, but that's his best position, as you said. Best position. And
so I have another surprise here too. I would take Wan-Bissaka. I am not the biggest Trent Alexander-Arnold fan, because he can't defend. He can't defend.
But
he can't defend to save his life.
He will not work in club system.
No. Because the club system, Wan-Bissaka would not work. But it's not me. It's not club I pick them, it's me. So would have picked Wan-Bissaka. Would have picked Wan-Bissaka. I'm tempted to say Pogba, but Pogba, I don't think would have fit in my system. And Pogba is a little bit too unpredictable as well. Right? Yeah. But I'm going to give you another surprise. I would have want Fred. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think Fred would have made, because of his work rate and the way he pressures the ball, I think he would fit well in Liverpool system, in that Berkman-like midfield, right? So I'd have picked Fred as well. How much we got? I don't rate Bruno, so I'm not going to call Bruno name. I am still not sold on Bruno as a baller. Bruno could not fit in a club system and he couldn't fit in my system. Bruno is just a little, I don't rate Bruno. I will take my beating feet, but I don't rate Bruno. So I wouldn't pick Bruno. I would have preferred pick Pogba over Bruno. But as well, How much we got? 3? Give me Cavani too. Give me Cavani too. Come need a number 9. Right?
Yeah.
One more we have left now.
One more.
One more.
Take it,
McTominay. So we'll take Fred and McTominay off of your books. You alright with that?
Why? That's tough.
That's tough.
Right.
But I don't want Pogba and Bruno though. And Maguire, you can keep them on there.
All right, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, man, can work with that. No problem.
Right. Much of my ball of them you want now, Simon. Who you want from on my side?
Sadio Mane is 1. World class Virgil van Dijk. That's 2.
Hold on.
Yeah, my internet giving a little bit of problems, so we just switch over upon me upon my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, where's the world? Who is the 5 player going to take a year 3?
Year 3.
Fred.
Yeah.
Fred McTominay.
One Masaka, Fred, McTominay, Mason Greenwood. Who's the other one? Cavani.
Boy, that's strange to me. You're taking some player where they even could have met this Liverpool bench.
You're serious?
Depth in my look, man.
So give me your 5 player, Simon. You'd take from this Liverpool team.
Well, first thing first. Sadio Mane, that is 1. Virgil van Dijk is 2. Curtis Jones is 3.
Curtis Jones?
Curtis Jones, yes. Oh, yes. It's nice to have a little bit of fight, tenacity in your unit. Those 3 in particular. A surprise to many, but Jordan Henderson. Because that's
big
4.
man.
Yeah, man.
Heart and soul, that.
Yeah. I like one. That's 4. And I like what I see from Nat Phillips. I like what I see from him. So those make up the 5.
Okay. This is my 5. I would take from Manchester United, and I am going to base the player I'm going to take. We're going to fit in the Jurgen Klopp system, and player I would love to have at Liverpool. So not my favorite, but what I think would fit in Jurgen Klopp system. First, if Jurgen Klopp have Anthony Martial, he would have been one of the best number 9 in world football. Trust me, that you need listen. That you need a father. That you need a father figure in his life.
Yeah.
Trust me. I love Anthony Martial. It'd be my number 9 if I were owning Liverpool at this moment. I would buy him. Secondly, Rashford.
Oh Lord, no.
Klopp would get the best out of him, more consistent. Third, Bruno Fernandes. He would definitely fit in this Liverpool team, especially Bruno. Yeah, man. Bruno is a good player, man. Liverpool close to sign Bruno 2 years ago.
Yeah, Klopp, change your mind.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to mention his name. Any place I don't mention, that means it's not worth mention.
Yeah.
So for me, I would take Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is a very good player, both right or left. Talented player. And I would take Van der Beek at Liverpool.
Okay.
So that's my 5.
All right.
So give me a score prediction, Simon Preston. We have a minute less to wrap up.
I'm gonna go Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2. Goals.
Wow.
1-1.
Okay.
1-1. You spot on when it come on. When it come on to prediction in the world, it's spot on, because I remember we were so upset with you back in 2013 when you predict Ideal to defeat Excelsior out of the Money Cup semi-final. I don't forget. We were sitting down the night before the game. Yeah, we were sitting down the night before the game, and I said, why nobody giving us credit? We unbeaten the whole season. in the 29, in the 13th season. We do well. We are the first team book our spot in the champion in the Manning Cup
Super.
semi-final. And
Oh,
overall pick Idle to defeat us, and he picked St. George's College to meet Idle in the final, and he picked St. George's College. Not only he picked the
yes.
two semi-final to advance to the final, he also picked the team who are going to win the final, the Manning Cup final. So he always spot on when it comes on to your
And
prediction.
I hope me spot on for this game tomorrow too.
I hope not. I hope not. But I am
What you
going
have
to.
picked?
I'm going to predict a Liverpool.
Yeah.
A Liverpool. Okay.
I'm going to predict. My mind I tell me
Yeah.
Liverpool 2-1, but my heart I tell me 1-1.
Hearts are
So
1-1.
I'm
Okay.
going
Pick
with my
one.
heart 1-1.
All right. All right.
No man, 2-1 Liverpool man.
All
Liverpool
right.
beat
That better.
United.
That sound better. That sound better.
2-1 Liverpool. So
That sound
guys,
Some
better.
rubber.
make sure you smash the like button. If you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to Reggae Boys Commentary, make sure you go and check out Reggae Boys Commentary on YouTube. That's where you can find Simon Preston. Where they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, Simon Preston.
Instagram Simon.Preston and Twitter SimyP93. That's me.
Where they can
All
find
right.
you, the man
Oral
himself.
Tracy Maverick, Instagram. Oral Tracy, one word. Oral Tracy Maverick, one word. And the Tracy spelled with an E. ORALTRACEY I'm just rev up me rev up my YouTube channel, you know. So check me out around here too. Oral space Tracy space Maverick. Right?
Okay.
On YouTube. Yeah, so
That
just
that
check me out.
that's a
Boom,
lot,
bam.
but you have to share the link to me. You have to share the link to me, man. We're going to talk about on it.
Well, I want to tell them I post up one today, you know, with about the people them where organists, we just support them club when them club are win. We beat them around
Yeah.
there today. Make them know say we are Liverpool for life. Put on all my mask and me a talk about it, you know, make them know say, oh. Some man will hear that. Some man will hear a talk about Man City now and Chelsea now. They were all-time Liverpool fan. We couldn't stay the course. An all-time Arsenal fan, we couldn't stay the course. But me say Liverpool for life. See it ya? Liverpool,
Straight.
red.
Straight.
So we just post up that round there today. We just a start rev it up. Simon can tell you. We just a start rev it up, but you don't know.
So make sure you guys go and check out Oral Chase YouTube channel. One of the top people from Jamaica when it come on to the sports. Simon Preston, Ryan LFC, still as students. I look up to Oral Chase and I look up to Simon Preston. Appreciate you guys for your knowledge to come and share on one of the biggest game in Britain. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, from my boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Big up to myself. Big up to everybody in the chat. MVP, all of you guys. Appreciate you guys. Only at the wheel. Big up yourself. Ricky Switch, big up yourself. Jersey Boy, big up yourself. You're doing fantastic for Ryan LFC. Continue for the support. Big up to everyone who in the chat. Who for name I don't call. I love you guys. Big up. Until next time. I like to say peace out. Come on, Liverpool.